What's up, my beater bros? Maine-iac here, and this is gonna be a little quick video. It is Sunday. It is a nice, relaxing day. We are celebrating the wonderful career of Andrew Luck and hoping that Lamar Miller didn't tear his ACL because that would be awful. He has had a rough career, um, kind of up and down. Good potential to have a bounce back year, so it would be kind of sad. But that's not what this video is about. If you clicked on it, you saw the title. And it's about how to fix the preseason. Now, the way I see it is it's a little bit 50-50. Um, it's like 50% NFL, 50% fans. You have, to me, what the fans have to do is stop expecting, like, full-on regular season games. It's not. It's more like in the sense of the spring training for Major League Baseball, where most of the time you'll probably see players who are going to be in AAA, AA, or whatever get a shot to try to prove they're on the team. And I love that aspect of the NFL. I love seeing the undrafted players get on the field, ball out in the preseason, earn a roster spot, and make it to the team and be a contributor, which looks like it will happen to a couple of people, including Jacoby Myers of the New England Patriots. Now, that's what I think fans can do. I think fans should change their expectations, look at the preseason as more developmental than entertainment, per se. And honestly, any deep football fan, I'm not gonna say like true real football fan, because you can still be a casual football fan and be a real fan. But any like deep fan should be excited to see the young guys who might make that one play that changes the season of their team, like the Malcolm Butler interception in his undrafted rookie year, or something like that. I love looking at it as a developmental perspective, and yes, all the injuries are absolutely devastating and are absolutely needless, like Cam Newton, Lamar Miller, stuff like that. Um, the thing about that is, though, the preseason does work for the starters to knock off rust, but I think one way to compensate that is to, like, leading up into the preseason games, I think if the NFL bumps up the number of padded practices and stuff like contact practices, you don't have to get the quarterback hit, but padded practices, up them during the preseason, specifically, not necessarily during the regular season, during the preseason, especially with joint practices. I think it would help tremendously, and I think that I think that would help the starters knock off the rust enough, I should say. Because even in September, because in preseason you don't run your full offense anyways. Even September, you could start slow, stuff like that. But honestly, what I would like to see, and this is just my theory, I haven't heard anybody else say it, so I don't know how it would feel, is obviously rosters are huge during the preseason, and cuts don't happen until like the last week now. What I would like to see is for like the, I don't know how to word it. It's kind of like how in the regular season you have 53 people on the roster, but you only have like 46 ready for game day. Stuff like that. I kind of wish where the roster is bigger, say the roster is around 80, you have like a top 40 that don't play. That includes your defensive starters, offensive starters, or maybe like top 30, so you throw in a couple of your starters, stuff like that. But have like a certain number of players that you mark as inactive for the preseason. That way they don't get hurt. I mean, you get equal chance of getting hurt in practice, let's be honest, but still. Have like the big stars set out, and then make the preseason sort of like a developmental league. I know that's really rough shot, and it's not an absolute fix, but if that was the case, I would be still fine with a 4-game preseason. But to make this more realistic, I would probably prefer a 3-game preseason if this was the case. And also, fucking include the goddamn Hall of Fame game. in the first week of preseason. You don't have to have it in its own week. It can kick off the preseason. It doesn't have to be a full fucking week before. I think that's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you're already thinking 4 games of the preseason is too much. That's what a lot of players, a lot of people think. So you're forcing 2 teams to play 5 preseason games when most people think 4 is too much. That makes no sense to me. Move the Hall of Fame game into the kickoff spot in the preseason, maybe a couple days before, but still limit it to 4 max for every team. I like the Hall of Fame game, but not when it makes players have 5 preseason games. They don't need that. 4 max. I'd prefer 3. Like I said, I prefer a developmental league. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm being completely 100% honest there. And preferably, I wouldn't want the preseason to go away. Like I said near the beginning, it's kind of a developmental league where undrafted rookies and late round rookies can really make their case to be on the team, and I like that part of it. I like watching Stidham pass to Jacoby Myers. I like watching maybe veterans who just joined the roster not too long ago get a shot to play, like Lance Kendricks or something like that from the Patriots. It's definitely interesting. Or even Blake Bortles on the Rams. You know? Yes, injuries can still happen, but that's part of football. You're going to get injured in practice, you're going to get injured in preseason, you're going to get injured regular season. But if we at least keep the starters away, it should keep the regular season as entertaining as it can be. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.